Hello and welcome to an episode of An Incomplete Reflection. I'm here with the resilient Jake Albert. Jake Albert, how are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling resilient. Yeah.
I should hope so, because you picked that word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, how are you today? What's the big story?
Today was a normal start to my day, like any other day.
You got up, you strategized how you're gonna do the day, stuff like that.
Yeah, was a tiny bit hungover. Had some drinks last night. Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
As long as it's within moderation, you have a good time. And now you're ready for this podcast. You got good stories, I'm sure. So let's get into
crazy stories.
Let's get into the name game. I'm sure you're gonna like it. So, what is your full name?
Jake Montana Albert.
Oh, I didn't know. I think I remembered that your middle name was something different.
Mm-hmm.
But what's interesting is that when you don't have when it's just you go by Jake Albert, right? Like when you're on the roll call.
Yep.
Do you realize you're a firsty-first?
Yeah, people tell me that, but like when I think about it logically, I'm like, yeah, they're right. But like I feel like a firsty last because, my whole life it's just been Jake is the first name, Albert's the last name. But to everyone else, they only know like Albert Einstein. So
you're like, who's named Albert? That's the question.
Yeah.
That's what you're always asking yourself.
Yeah, well, yeah. For me, it's just always been a last name to me. But I get how everyone else sees it as a first name.
Yeah. But I think it's true in the sense where it's like to you, it's always going to be a last name. But to us, because everyone puts it into sections. But the firsty-first, actually, this is something that my sister's friend made up. And she says that we can't trust them.
Okay, I was just about to bring that up. I was like, somebody told me that you can't trust someone with two first names.
Yes.
It was you. You're the one who told me that. Yeah.
Well, I was told this. I believe
Okay.
it. I think it's partially true. I trust you, Jake, because I know you, but like, there's other people, these. Because Albert, I think you're in the zone where Albert, it's not a common name,
Yeah.
If someone had a more common...
What's like an example of like a firsty-first that like you really wouldn't trust?
Oh, like Jason Alexander.
Yeah, that's...
From Seinfeld.
Okay, yeah.
Because he's a genuine firsty-first, and people named Alexander,
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
So...
I wouldn't trust him.
Yeah, exactly. But... we trust Jake Albert on the show. That's why he's here. So let's continue more with your name. Do you think your name fits you?
Yeah, I love it.
What do you mean by that? Elaborate.
It's just, I feel like everyone's given the same answer. It's the name that everyone calls you when you grow up. But like, I'm just super happy with it. I wouldn't change it. Especially the Jake part. Like, I'm so glad I'm not Jacob.
Why?
Jake.
Why? This is a great question. Yeah.
No, it feels like more natural.
No, but what's the difference? Why do you think you like Jake more than Jacob?
Well, a lot of the times Jacobs try and be Jake. And they say, oh, my name's Jake. But their real name is Jacob.
Yeah.
I don't have to try and be Jake. I'm just Jake. So it just feels natural,
So maybe they're trying to emulate you.
Yeah.
When you just get to be yourself. That's why you like
exactly,
it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I like that. That's good. Because people with nicknames, I don't understand people with nicknames all the time, It's like, why isn't that just your name?
Yeah, the craziest one is nicknames that are like not even have anything to do with that name. It's like they pick like their like middle name is the nickname or something like that. Yeah.
Well, I think that's different. The middle name as the nickname is like you don't like the first name or its nicknames at all, so you're willing to go by like your second name. But while we're talking about middle names, why Montana?
Yeah, I think my parents just wanted to go with like a cowboy type vibe. My name is Jake Montana Albert.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's name is Max Dakota Albert. So we both got the states. They think the first names, Jake and Max, they're kind of cowboy-esque. The states, I think that was the vibe they were going for.
Was there a specific reason that they like cowboys?
No, just to try and give us unique names, I guess.
Just to be like in maybe in an interview or first date or something. They're like, oh, really?
Yeah, and funnily enough, I've never been to Montana yet. So, but I will. I'm definitely going to go at some point. Yeah,
you're going to be like, this is my state.
Exactly.
This is me.
It's destiny. I gotta get out there sometime.
No, and Montana, I think, is probably the most.
I heard it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's the most beautiful Western state because it's like there's people, but there's not too many people at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So the nature can really live and breathe. But yeah, but you already let's just for the record. What is the first name of the girl, or what is the name of the first girl you kissed?
Carrie.
Oh, thank you for that security question.
Wait. Let me check my paper. Crystal with a K.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know how you got the name wrong twice.
That's crazy.
But thank you for that security question. We appreciate you
Yeah.
sharing that with us. Now you can't use it ever again.
Mm-hmm.
You said you wouldn't change your name, but like, why is like the big reason why you wouldn't change your name? Not that you just like it or that it's just natural to you. Like, do you think you actually have a real affinity for the name or like for the like piece, like the piece of culture that like your name represents?
I don't know about all that. It just feels right,
Mm.
and when something feels right, then I don't think
Th-
there's a real need to change it.
You don't question it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to question Jake Albert ever, but I will when we go
This
into the
podcast is over.
No.
No more questions.
We gotta go to the custom section.
Okay.
We're gonna question him more, even though we don't have to, in the custom section. We'll be right back. We are back with the resilient Jake. Now, Jake, you have a knack for getting a lot of views on social media. Well, why don't you why don't you show us or tell us why you've been able to do that, or how, rather?
Okay. I started like posting stuff, really, like besides just Instagram posts of friends and wait, am I allowed to curse?
I'll bleep it out if you want.
Okay. With my Twitch channel when I was playing Overwatch, I was getting absolutely no viewers, but I was good at the game. So like I got affiliated on Twitch just through playing Overwatch.
Oh, really?
Which is it's the first step.
Mhm.
But all I really had to it was that I was good at the game. So it didn't really generate a lot of traction to my socials. But then my senior year of college, it wasn't even like to go viral or to like get clout or anything. It was just like a fun idea that I came up with for a Tinder profile, and it was just like a PowerPoint presentation. Now, I'm not going to say I started the trend of Tinder PowerPoint presentations, but like maybe I started the trend of Tinder PowerPoint presentations.
You were at least in the beginning stages of it.
Yeah,
like a founding father of sorts.
Can't do it. You can't do it nowadays. like it'll have the opposite effect now. Like, people see the PowerPoint, they're like, left swipe. But that popped off and got a lot of views. Then it like gave me some traction on some other accounts. I started working on some like video projects that I posted on TikTok. Those were a lot of fun. But recently, like I haven't been using TikTok. It's like a cancer, honestly.
Yeah, like that's what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah. So like if I feel like inspired to like make a project, I'll work on it because I have fun making the projects. Yeah. I'll post it and then I'll delete the app again because like it's not good.
You're like, I'm doing it for the project.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy posting it. I'm gonna look at the preliminary views and then it's gotta go. Like it's gotta go off the like. There's the comedian, I think it was Hassan Minaj. He said, what would be great would be if social media was only on the computer, like in the early 2000s. So like you couldn't just have it on your phone for like hours. Cause it's like, it's a little different when you're on the computer versus when you're on the phone.
100%. I completely agree.
Yeah.
I've been using Instagram just on my computer as well. Except for when I want to make a post. Just cause like, I'll look at it to see what my friends are posting for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then that's it. But if I'm on my phone, I'm on Reels for 2 hours.
No, because you're like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is there. But like when you're done on the computer, you're like, all right, next thing.
Yeah.
Let me read an article. Let me get a recipe.
I agree. Yeah.
But from your success on that, did you get any dates out of posting it on Reddit and TikTok?
Well, I didn't post it on Reddit or TikTok.
Oh, okay.
They were posted just by random people.
What?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, if a guy like posts his profile on some like website, it's like, hey guys, look at me. Look at this cool thing I made.
Yeah.
They're like, this guy's a cornball. But if a girl posts someone's profile on TikTok or Reddit, they're like, look at this cool guy I found. Everyone's like, oh my god, he's so cool. So Yeah, I didn't post it.
Did
What was the question?
Did anybody? We'll rephrase it. Did
Did I
anyone?
get any dates?
Yeah. Did you get any dates or anybody reach out to you?
Yeah, I got a few dates. It was a fun year, I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of just started dating again recently, so
Mhm.
I don't know. It was pretty good. I've actually got another one in the works.
Project or date?
Project.
Okay.
I think this will be, if the Tinder algorithm and gods are on my side, this will be
Yeah.
like the greatest project to ever hit the internet, honestly.
Can we
Um,
Can we get a little bit of an idea of what the basis of it is?
I don't want to say too much because I don't want this is gonna get a lot of views. I don't want anyone stealing this like idea
That's
because
completely
I haven't
true, yeah.
posted it yet, and it might be a few months before I post it.
Mm.
But I will say it's not gonna be as good as I originally intended because it was all like not 8 out of the 9 slides were like video format, and I think that really made it. But then turns out Tinder really doesn't support videos to be posted.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently they won't take out old videos if you posted a video to your account in the past, but they don't allow new videos to be posted.
Oh, so you're like this
So
project.
all of the parts of this project are gonna be turned into still frames. It's still gonna work. It's not gonna be as good, and maybe one day I'll be able to like release the full thing. But
You'll be like, as seen on Tinder, and then you put it on like TikTok or you put it on
yeah,
Reddit or
yeah,
something.
yeah. We'll see.
You're like, if you're in the area, it's like you may have seen it. It's like when they have those terrible ads being like hot, like young singles in your area, and it's like, who's putting their name on that list? Nobody puts
Yeah,
their name on that
who's
list.
doing that? Not me.
Has there ever been any trolling from the people that reached out to you? Like some guy like says, "Hey, can you meet me below the Queensboro Bridge?"
Not really. I try to like properly vet the people that I'm going on dates with, so like make sure like I get their Instagram and stuff.
Okay.
Like, yeah, not trying to get a catfish situation
Well,
going on.
it would be funny,
Yeah, I suppose it would be funny.
but it would also be a little dangerous. That's the point that you don't want to get into.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like, "Oh my God, you're waking up, have an alley." You're like, "What happened?" And you're like, "Where's my wallet?"
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would pass on that too. So let's move on to a different topic.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
Why you don't want to talk about yourself anymore? Because this is all about you.
No, I just like yeah,
You want novelty.
sure.
Okay. So you've been working out consistently for how long?
Probably started like early college, but like it was like really rudimentary stuff, just like push-ups, sit-ups in my room. But recently, like the past like 2 years, I've definitely progressed it into like actual like rigorous weight training. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Like, was there a reason why you started?
Just to look cooler, look sexier. Yeah.
You're looking real good.
Thank you.
I saw you
appreciate
at the beach.
it. Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, that
Thank you.
was insane. Do you think that like working out and like not only like just changing your routine, but literally changing your body, do you think that helped you did you think that helped to give you confidence?
Yeah, I would say so. I think for the most part, like I found that really confidence like comes from within. Like
Mm. In what
um
way?
just like I don't know. Maybe it is stemming from like how I feel about my body. I do feel more comfortable in my body, so maybe that does make me more confident.
Mhm.
But also just like how you look completely aside, it's just like how you feel.
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe that sounds I don't really have the words to back up this thought. But
This is
yeah.
why it's an incomplete reflection.
Yeah, okay.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Uh-huh.
But from going from the gym for so long, I think you have developed a bit of lingo. Would you mind sharing a couple of the pieces of lingo that you've picked up from the gym?
Um, can you like
Elaborate on it.
yeah, like I'm
So on when you go with when you go with the rambunctious Jason to the
uh-huh.
gym, you have a code for when you see certain people at the gym.
Oh, everyone at Retro Fitness has a nickname. Like, everybody's got a nickname. All the regulars got a nickname. Now,
Yeah.
I haven't gone to Retro in a couple weeks cuz I recently moved into a new apartment.
Mm.
Um so the nickname game kind of stopped, but when Jason and I were going every day, we had a nickname for everyone. It was great. Let's see if I can think of a couple off the top of my head. Well, there's the clones. The clones are a classic.
Okay. And they're twins, or they just look similar?
No, they just look similar.
Okay.
All right, let's see. We got Gilf. We got Lazy Bones.
Who's Lazy Bones?
Lazy Bones is Gilf's, I assume, husband, who just he works out for like, they go together,
Yeah.
and he works out for like a quarter of the time she does, and then he just sits on the bench and waits for her to finish. So we call him Lazy Bones.
Okay.
Let me try and think of a.
Isn't one like Film?
Oh, Film. Yeah, Film's fire.
Can you explain why that person is called Film?
Okay, well, now I feel like this is not reflecting well on me, because we got Gilf, which is pretty obvious, and Film is just, is it an anagram? Is that when you rearrange the letters?
No, I think it's just, no, yeah, maybe it is.
An anagram for MILF.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it seems like my naming scheme is really related around this Gilf and MILF.
No, but
like,
you
this
guys
is just two people.
Yes.
Out of like,
but like Lazy
maybe
Bones is
almost
good.
100. Yeah. But Film, we got Film, and then there's a prequel to Film, who's the, I think I forget prequel and sequels how they work.
Yeah.
The older version of Film, and then sequel, who's the younger version of Film.
So
Yeah.
there's a whole lore. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
like. That I just think it's so funny because I find working out like so boring. Like I can go for a run and like feel interested because it's I'm looking at nature, I'm looking around. But like in the gym, it's like you're doing the activity. You got to listen to music. You might chat, but it's like the same activity over and over again. So you have to make the like in my mind, that's what makes it interesting because it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
you got to make these games.
It's just
where
a fun conversation, like a fun 2-hour conversation that Jason and I have every day. Because like we don't even listen to music. It's like when I go to the gym by myself,
Yeah.
I listen to music. But like when I go with a partner, I don't know. It feels like you're kind of like zoning them out when you're listening to music. I don't know. So we don't even listen to music. We just talk.
But do you make up like little stories about each of the characters? You know, the clones. Oh, what are they doing today? Yeah, they just.
Yeah, no, we do. One day, Jason dressed exactly like a clone, and it was just the funniest day ever.
Yeah. What's the outfit?
I mean, people who go to the gym know the clones. It's the PJs. It's like the black tank top, wife beater, like the like fluffy hair, the Crocs and the Crocs. Yeah, that's
No. I just love the idea. I just love the idea of Jason being like, "Hey guys, what's up?" like, but I feel like you don't talk to people at the gym other than being like, "Hey, you're done with that machine."
We have a few, or had a few people that we would regularly chat with, few chatterboxes that we would call them. Because sometimes they'd push your workout back like 15 minutes, depending on how long you're talking to them. But they were very nice people. So.
Yeah, it was never like you can't stand the guy being like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
This person, the clones are walking over, you know.
No, we never talk to the clones. We don't talk to the clones.
I can imagine why.
Yeah.
But I did want to say, I thought it was very funny when we went to the beach last week, and because you and Jason, you guys go to the gym. You guys were on opposite sides of the volleyball, on opposite teams on volleyball, and you both were being like, "Look at Pipsqueak over there."
Oh yeah, we do call each other Pipsqueaks. Yeah.
But it's quite the opposite. But let's change subjects, and I think I have a fantastic quote for you.
All right, let's hear it.
They always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself. By Andy Warhol. Does this quote resonate with you?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I think time does change things, and you also have to change things yourself. Some things are out of your control.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, but even if things are out of your control, I think attitude is like plays a big role in that.
Yeah.
So I would say that quote is true. Yeah, even if you can't actually have a like literal effect on something, your attitude towards that can really change your perspective and maybe the outcome in ways you would never have understood. That might sound a little cryptic, but I think if anyone could like match that to an experience in your life, you probably understand like where I'm coming from.
Do you have an example?
Or
perhaps where your attitude changed the outcome.
Well, I don't know if it's about attitude changing the outcome, but I was very I like sick for a long while.
Mhm.
I've had some unfortunate illnesses, and I think that's where the resilient comes in for
Mhm.
me. And it's hard for me to like bring it up because like so many other people go through so many worse things.
Mhm.
Um, so like part of me feels bad like saying like, oh, what I went through was bad, but like
Yeah.
everyone's got their own story and journey, and just having like strong mental fortitude really helped me through some hard times.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Like knowing that you can at least make a difference from something as little as your mood, your attitude, your view of it. That it's like, hey, it's gonna be all right. I'll get through it. Just
Yeah.
takes what's in here to do it.
Mm-hmm. Who's that by?
That's by Andy Warhol.
Thanks,
The
Andy Warhol. Yeah,
yeah,
I've got an Andy Warhol shirt.
no,
It's
that's
the
right.
banana. I mean, it's really a Velvet Underground shirt, but it's got
It's like through
yeah.
like multiple references. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's good. No, I'm glad I picked that quote then.
That was good.
Yeah. But I think what I'd like to get into here is that you've changed your style, I feel like, a couple of times since I've met you. Do you agree with that assessment?
Um, yeah, well, I feel like everyone's constantly changing their style. I mean, maybe that's not true, but like for me, I feel like I'm always adapting it.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like the most important thing is just always trying to stay comfortable. Whatever like you feel the most comfortable in and the most confident in is like
Mm.
I think what's right for you to wear. Um,
Mm.
nothing worse
I'm
than
not even talking about just clothing. I mean, like general, like style. When you meet someone, you see someone, you're like, oh, that's that type of person, like the archetype in a way.
oh, okay, like personality.
Yeah, not even no, but it's not personality. It's like the things that I would associate with you. For example, like when we were in like middle school, it's like, oh, Jake's a big video game guy. But it's like that's less so, like it's still something you enjoy and you do, but I think you've added to your like cultural canon, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, video games was a big part of my life. I competed like semi-professionally.
Mhm.
Um, but after college, like I was washed up, and I realized that that was not gonna continue to happen. So I still play for fun with friends, but
Yeah.
yeah, I've expanded my interests.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because now you're working out, now you're doing the guitar.
Yep, loving the guitar.
Well, do you like practice multiple songs, or do you practice by like learning one song and then like song by song, or do you try and like learn chords and all that jazz?
Well, for the most part, you need chords for songs unless you're working on like solos. But I
Mhm.
try and work on everything. I'm trying to work on my rhythm guitar, my lead guitar.
Mhm.
So playing solos, playing chords, my strumming. Um, I work on like my what is it called? What is the word called? I'm blanking. Actually blanking.
I can't help
Scales. Working on my
scales.
scales. Yeah. I'm just trying to be the most well-rounded I could be because
Mhm.
I just like hit the 1 year mark of playing guitar, so it's really just building up the fundamentals right now.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So
No, but it's enjoyable. That's
yeah, I love it. I want to play in a band someday. I do want that.
you will. It could
Yeah.
be a solo. It could be called.
I might hate it, but you'll never know until you try. So
You're like, I hate this. Like, you're like, I can't stand it. Oh, now I curse. Now I gotta bleep it out. I'm usually so good at it. So one thing I wanted to ask you about that I want clarification on, um, is that you originally were supposed to go to one college and then you ended up going to a different one. Is that right?
yeah. Well, I did go to one college. I
Oh,
went to
okay.
Virginia
Yeah.
Tech for my freshman year, and then I transferred to NJIT for my sophomore through senior year.
Well, why did you do that? That's the question.
I think I really like wasn't ready for college. Like I was kind of just a
Mm.
big baby and pussy, and I just yeah. And it
Like,
is
in what
like
way were you a big
I'm
baby?
embarrassed to admit it.
Mhm.
But now the world's gonna know I was a pussy.
Big baby. We're using nice words on the
A
show.
big baby. Um, yeah. You know, the drinking, the smoking, the partying. Like, I never experienced that in high school,
Mhm.
and it just kind of like I was like, oh, everyone sucks. Like this environment blows.
Mhm.
Um, like I want to go be with my friends. And then I transferred to NJIT, and then the next year I was drinking and partying. So it's like I don't know. I
Mm.
wasn't ready. a year behind the curve. And I think if I wasn't, then I might have had a really good time at Virginia Tech. But I turned out having a really good time at NJIT, so I think it all turned out for the best.
It turned out all right.
Yeah.
Because of the attitude change.
Yeah, there you
go. Yeah. But I just think it's interesting that like it's a big decision to go to college, and then sometimes you're just like, why did I do this? You're like, because you didn't change majors, right? You stuck with the same field, but then we're like, this environment is just not built for me. But also, maybe he was a little bit of a baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that sums it up quite nicely.
As you claim to have been a baby, but according, I believe, to our parents, we're always going to be babies. So it's not that bad.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. Always babies. Yeah.
Well, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another topic. I like the abrupt. I like when it's abrupt and then we're just looking at each other. But you're moving away soon.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what I was going to say. You're moving away soon, about it? And it's probably going to be. You'll probably be where you're moving by the time that this airs. But yes, how do you feel about it? Is it like scary or is it more sad?
Well, I'm kind of indifferent, honestly. And I like everyone's asking me like, oh, how do you feel? Like you guys have sold your childhood home. You're living in an apartment right now. You're about to drive cross country. I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, and I'm sure it'll probably hit me later. Like that home that I spent my entire life in is now gone. But for now, I'm just kind of just hopeful for the future, really. Because I've been wanting to get out of New Jersey anyway. So
well, why? That's I like New Jersey.
Yeah,
the people who listen to this podcast like New Jersey.
Yeah, I do like New Jersey, but I think it's time for me to just try something else. My parents spent a lot of time in California. That's where they met, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I think it would be nice for me to try the same. I definitely want to see what it's like living on the West Coast, and maybe I won't like it, maybe I'll come back, but I think I want to try. So
you want to see something new.
Yeah.
Sometimes it like, I think, especially as young people, you got to do that because you don't want to be bogged down after being like, I need something new. And then you can't. You have a job, you have a house, you have a family.
Yeah.
But then now it's kind of
it's the time to try different things.
In a way, for you, it's very, it's the best case scenario for doing it because it's like you're young and then it's like, oh yeah, like I'm not going to just, because you're also trying to like switch industries, right?
I did try and dabble a little bit in, like, I put together a portfolio of like all my creative projects and I tried to get into like the entertainment / creative industry a little bit, maybe something involving my engineering. I'm a mechanical engineer and the creative aspects, but it's been tough trying to get in there. So I'm thinking I'll probably end up still working as a mechanical engineer for now.
Because it's not that you don't not like it. It's just that it'd be more fun in a way to like combine the two. Where it's
I think that might be a nice like middle ground for like a position that I might end up in my like future career. But I don't know where my future career will take me. Yeah.
No, but that's the interesting part, at least to me, because it's like I'm a nervous guy by nature. I like knowing what's going to be in my future, and when I don't know, I get anxious, you know. But you're like so calm, cool, and collected about it.
I'm pretty anxious about it. But
okay.
Yeah. It's one of my biggest stressors right now in life.
Well, you're hiding it very well.
It's the positive attitude.
It's the positive attitude. Yeah. No, but good luck to you in that regard. But I need to move on to let's reminisce. When we were children in middle school, we'd play Xbox every day. And we were in an Xbox Live party where it's the little chat room. And I remember one day we're all playing probably like Black Ops 2 or something. And your brother comes and your brother comes in the room and he says, Jake, call me Karate Master. Like, what are you talking about? And he starts like beating you up like, and you're like, Jay, and you're like, Max, stop.
Oh my God. This memory completely slipped my mind until you just said it.
like you did end up calling him a karate master. Was he ever a karate master?
He's better than me. He got his black belt. I stopped at like advanced brown belt. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. But
So he truly was a karate master.
I don't know if I'd call him a master. He was a 15-year-old who got his black belt. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe a master for his age.
Yeah.
But do you think you could take him now?
It's a good question. He definitely has weight on me. Probably not.
Probably not. Oh, okay.
I don't know. It is a good question. I think it might be a fair battle.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because I'm like, you're working out, you're doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing so. I don't know what he does because I don't talk to Max Sonic. Like I don't think I've ever had a conversation more than like
Here's the
2
thing.
minutes.
We both had a signature move. It was either the guillotine or the rear naked choke. Because when you were sparring, people would either go for like the leg sweep,
Yeah,
and you just put them right in the guillotine. And our instructor pretty much said like, you guys aren't allowed to use that move anymore. Our sensei. But so we'd probably both just be going for a guillotine or a rear naked choke. And if I got him in one, he would likely just be able to pick me up and then slam me to the ground. So I don't think I'd fare super well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed that. I liked reminiscing.
No,
about
that was a fun question. I like that,
yeah. But not unfortunately, but we do need to go to the silhouette. Stick with us. We are back with the resilient Jake Albert, and we are entering the silhouette. And these are just a series of questions to give people an idea of what you're like, who you are, just from these set of questions that I think everyone thinks about but doesn't say out loud.
All right.
The month or season you could live an eternity in.
Yeah. I feel like I'm like jumping between two, like summer and fall. Summer's sometimes it's too hot, but you get the beaches, and like maybe you can go to the beach like early fall, but the water's not going to be that warm.
Yeah.
But if I really did have to choose one, it might be fall, because it like starts warmer, so you're wearing your nice like warm, almost summer clothes, but then it ends a little cooler. You're wearing your sweaters. Doesn't get too cold. You don't have to bundle up in jackets and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you get Halloween.
Oh, Halloween is crazy.
Thanksgiving.
So yeah.
I think the fall. Oh, and the beautiful colors of the leaves. I might not get that in California though, but in New Jersey, it's gorgeous.
That's why I like New Jersey. You get all 4 seasons, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite color from the basic Crayola marker pack?
Yeah, so I feel like originally I would say like purple, because like I would say leaning towards my favorite color is purple, but I'm gonna switch to like maybe like a joint of like 2. I'd say like black and red.
All right.
Yeah,
it's unheard of.
Breaking the rules here.
Yeah,
but like I don't know. I've just been really feeling black and red lately, because a lot of my tattoos.
Oh yes,
that color scheme, and I'm really vibing with it. So. Yeah.
And they're closer to what those colors are in the marker pack.
They're spot on to those colors in the marker.
You said if we're not using those colors, it's free. You got to just do it for free.
I'm lost with that comment, but I'm sorry.
The tattoo artist, if they used a different color other than the ones from the Crayola marker pack, you would not accept it unless it was free. That's what I'm suggesting.
Yeah,
that wasn't the case.
That makes sense.
If you had to describe yourself as, or if you had to describe yourself as a candy or snack, what would it be?
So I would say like my favorite candy now is Sour Patch Kids, but I feel like that's such a basic answer. I don't even eat candy anymore because like I can't have corn syrup. So it's been a while since I even had candy, but as a kid I love Mike and Ike, so I think that might be the one I'll fall back on. Yeah.
Okay.
Although I haven't had a Mike and Ike in maybe like 10 years, but I'll still say that's who I am as a candy.
Okay. You're like, it's in the past. What was the most recent lie you told?
All right, I think I got one. It was to Owen. I was actually on the phone with him on the way here, but like he's gonna watch this back and be like, "Oh, Jake was lying to me about that." So that's why this is tough. But I think Owen will understand.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I was driving to your house actually.
Yeah.
On the phone with Owen, and I was like, "Oh my God, Owen, there's like a UFO in the sky," and then like out of nowhere, bam, hit like what felt like a family of people, and I just like ran right into them with my car, and I looked, and they were just like just scattered on the pavement. It was brutal. But then with a closer look, it wasn't like people. I think it was aliens. And
So this
one of
might
them was on my windshield. And like I was trying to like move the wipers up and down to get it off. And it like I obliterated a family of aliens. And I was telling all this to Ellen. And I just told him how bad I felt about like I had a guilty conscience. Like I might have ruined Earth's chances of like meeting intelligent life, and that might be the only chance we had.
Oh, okay.
So I
It's a great like it's a great lie. At least it's
no,
funny.
yeah, and then we hung up, and then I came here.
Well, I'm glad. No, here's the thing. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah.
And you would be willing to run them over?
No,
tell this
it's
story?
completely accidental.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In the lie that you told, it was completely accidental.
Yeah, I would not have purposefully run them
Oh,
over.
okay. That's good at least.
No,
You're
I
not
felt very
like-
bad about it in this hypothetical
You
scenario.
like tricked yourself into feeling bad also.
Yeah.
That's how good of a lie it was. You believed it to be
Mhm.
true. Yesterday or tomorrow?
Tomorrow. I feel like that's like the only right answer.
Mm.
But I also feel like that's what everyone says, but like it's gotta be tomorrow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Why?
Just can't change the past, but you
Mm.
can change your future.
Mm.
Well, unless you believe in destiny, which might.
It's already charted out for
Yeah.
you. But what are you most excited for in your future? Or in the future, not your future. I'll ask you your future.
Oh,
after.
okay. The future. I don't know. It's like I feel like the future that I'm gonna live in is not gonna be that spectacular. Like the
Mm.
next 70 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Look, could I reverse the question and see like what would?
You
No,
can't
no,
ask
no,
me
no.
these questions.
No, just this is one. I feel like everyone gets one question.
No.
to ask during the
You'll get
podcast.
it after. You'll get it after. I promise you'll be able to ask me a question.
But will it
and
be
I-
in the?
It will not be in
the-
this episode. It
Oh
will be
my
in a
God.
different episode. I will answer your question. So keep on to that. What are you most excited for in your future?
Yeah, just seeing how I can develop a career that speaks to me. And I find passion. Like when I've set my mind to things, like I feel like I've achieved many great things in the
Mhm.
past. So yeah, I'm just kind of hopeful and looking forward to what I can do in terms of my career path.
No, that's good.
Yeah,
I have a little bit of a sore throat. So I gotta.
this guy's got COVID.
Yeah, no, I do not have COVID as far as I'm aware. What do you want to learn more about but haven't gotten to yet?
I'll say more about music and playing music. I'm only a year into guitar, and I really want to develop that skill more.
Mhm. If you could visit any time and place as an invisible tourist, when and where would it be?
It would probably be like 1,000 years in the future. So this is my answer to that last question that I couldn't
Oh,
answer.
yes.
Yeah. I like and it might just be an oblivion of nothingness.
You don't even know. You just want to go like
The
from
Earth might have
Futurama.
the Earth might have exploded, like or the sun might have exploded, and
Yeah.
inherently the Earth as well. But it also might be super cool. And even if it is just oblivion, it also might be pretty cool.
Mhm. To
Um,
kind of piece together like what happened.
Yeah.
No, that's one of the most interesting responses we've had.
nice.
What is the most helpful or important advice you ignored?
I don't know. I don't really have a great answer for this one. Maybe just like listen to your mom.
That's advice?
Yeah. Well,
Who
it wa-
told you that? I want to know. Like,
No. It's more like the advice that your mom gives you.
okay. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I really want to know the situation where it's like, hey guys, just want to say it was a great night, had a good time. Remember, listen to your mom. All right, see you guys.
I feel
I
like
gotta go.
all moms say that.
Well, they say that, but they
Yeah.
don't say it directly. They're like, I told you.
Yeah.
The last one here in the silhouette. What is something you believed to be true but found out wasn't?
Let's see. Yeah, I didn't prep this question very well.
Perfect.
Found something that I believed to be true, and then it turned out to not be true.
And you can't say Santa.
Well, I never believed in Santa as a Jew, as a proud Jew.
That's good.
We'll save that for the next podcast, maybe.
All right. As we finish up, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Check out Faris on all his socials. He's popping off right now.
You're like, subscribe,
Yeah, he's got a great podcast going on.
We'll do some what is it? Like, you'll post on yours, I'll post on mine.
For like, sub for sub.
Yeah. Perfect. With that in mind, thank you for joining us for another episode of An Incomplete Reflection, and we will be back with another guest at another time.
Later.
See ya.